Hey everyone, my name is Brian Ward and I'm with SixWay Hitch, and what we're looking at today is SixWay Hitch. It is an electric over hydraulic powered hitch that is capable of traveling in and out, a total of about 15 inches, can move side to side a total of 10 inches, and it has a 10-inch up and down travel. But with these adjustment pins on the outside of this column, it can cover around 26 to 28 inches in total height and travel. So with that said, your ball, pintle hitch, 2 5/16 ball, 2-inch balls, whatever it is you're using that bolts to this outside column or pins to this outside column can of course move out 15 inches, side to side 10, travel up and down 10, but with this pin pattern, you can cover an area of about 26 to 28 inches, which would allow you to get to, if you had a camper that was, yay high, you'd be able to come and get it, or you could build, have attachments that can even get lower to the ground. So it gives you a good versatility of being able to go out and hook to whatever it is you're trying to hook to. The point of the SixWay Hitch was, we all know how aggravating it is to hook up to a trailer, especially if you're by yourself jumping in and out of trucks. Today we have backup cameras that work really, really well. But backup cameras can only get you there. It cannot do any work. It can't lift. It can't move things side to side. It can't adjust your loads. The SixWay allows you to pin off in positions to where your load is level, where you can take weight off the back of your vehicle or make sure that your trailer is riding perfect. It also allows you, if you had a camper, that you could back into an area or a slot and make sure that you could position the camper just like you want it, or any load that you're hooking to. The SixWay is, of course, made out of all steel. It does ride on brass rails, which allows it to be a little bit smaller and more compact, and it does away with any type of needs of greasing or grease fittings. It is all hydraulic cylinders. It is battery powered, so it is an electric over hydraulic unit that runs to an electric solenoid valve body that is run by a controller. So, of course, you're hooked to your 12-volt power unit on your vehicle, your battery. When you key your switch, that opens the electric solenoid valve body. Of course, feeds fluid to your cylinders, and that's what causes the apparatus to move in and out. What we have here, what you're seeing here, is actually a test model. This is on a stand. So what we call the apparatus, which is what you bolt to other vehicles, is right here. So these 4 bolts on this side and 4 bolts on this side, if you undid this, the actual SixWay Hitch would drop away from this test stand. We made this because, of course, the parts and stuff are made on a CNC machine, and then, of course, a human being puts them together. But when we do that, we want to be able to put it to a stand that has a power source that we can go ahead and test it, make sure everything can run through its functions before we go put it on a vehicle. So we have a test stand here, and it's already powered up, plumbed up. It's got a valve body mounted to the SixWay, and it's got your controller mounted to it. So real quick, let me show you how it moves in and out of its function on the stand. It works pretty flawlessly, and there's also, when it gets to certain positions, there's a pin off right here. So of course it's powered by your hydraulic cylinders. We have a U-shaped pin that looks just like this. And so what it does is it drops inside this hole with little quarter keys that you can put in to make sure that it doesn't come out. But when this is in place, this not only takes this pins off your in and out, as well as your side to side. And that way, when you're riding down the road, if any lines bust, if any cylinders go bad, you have got security that this is pinned off in and out, so it can't travel on you, and your side to side is pinned off, so it's not resting on your cylinders while you're going down the road. So here goes the SixWay that we put on the back of a dump truck, just to show its versatility. It can go on a personal vehicle, and when I say personal vehicle, we're talking about your heavy duty trucks. We're talking about your F-350s, your larger Dodges, and your Chevrolet 25 and 3500s. I mean, these are certainly not for your F-150s or your smaller trucks. But this goes on has been put on a dump truck, which just shows how much of a load it can take. These things can stand, these could be on the back of an 18-wheeler. They're that strong. So here goes one same kind of controller, and I'm just showing this because the controller is, we have a plug on the side of the truck that we can just plug this in, so you can take this and put it in the cab of your vehicle. And then all you need to do is just take this controller, come around. We have a plug here on the side. Just plug that in and turn the unit on. And so this unit, of course, same thing. We're 15 inches of travel in and out. We've got 10 inches of travel side to side. And then we've got 10 inches of travel up and down, of course being able to cover somewhere between 26 and 30 inches with the pin off. And then you can just bring it in. When you get all the way back to your home position, you've got a pin off here and your pin off side to side. And also you got a pin off here. And of course this is where your safety chains hook up. This is a 6-way on a personal vehicle. This is an F350. This is one of the first 6-ways that we built. It's a little different than what you saw on the test stand and what you saw on the back of the dump truck that we displayed just a few seconds ago, in that the power source is a clutch pump. So it actually runs off the motor of the truck, hence why the truck is sitting here running right now. This is a lot more fluid than what is actually needed. We actually recommend using the electric over hydraulic because this right here is about 7,000 gallons a minute, which is probably not totally necessary, but it's strong. What we did was we put a plug in the back of the bumper so you can see how you would plug up. Plug into your power unit. Of course, this is an electric solenoid valve body. And then we have a controller with quite a bit of cord on it so you can get away, look at your load if you need to. And we have the same functions. So we've got out, and this one moves out 16 inches in. And then we of course have our side to side function, 10 inches side to side. And we have our up and down, 10 inches again with pin offs to be able to range about 26 inches. These pin holes here are to block off your cylinders. That way you can be secure when you're riding down the road. Of course, our safety chain hookups. With these hitches, this truck right here has hauled a load that on a scale weighed 13,500 pounds with 3,500 pounds tongue weight. That is way more than what this F350 wants. But we did that just to, if we were going to break it, we were going to break it. The capacity on these things will always supersede any type of vehicle that you're putting it on, within range, within reason.